Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Man the Maker, and welcome to a brand new Corona edition of Against the Storm, brought to you by my sick butt, who's been in quarantine for 10 days and is mostly recovered. We had some tough days. Now I just got some sinus stuff going on, and I've been really bored. And I've been exploring some games that I haven't played in a bit, including Against the Storm, a handy game to play from your laptop while you're laying down. If you're unfamiliar with this game, they call it a roguelike city builder, as you play kind of like short little vignettes, scenarios that are about, they say about 2 hours, something like that, to complete. And then it takes place in a larger world as you continue to progress. And basically, this world, the magical, wonderful world. I don't know the name of this place actually. Just it rains all the time. It just rains so damn much, and that makes things rather challenging. And we are the viceroy of the queen, sent out to establish outposts each cycle, until they are wiped away once more and you start over. But each time that happens, you get to keep some stuff. That's like the roguelike thing that they say. I guess it also has some kind of card mechanics. But well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and figure it out together. Let's go ahead and dive on in and play the game. This is my campaign, I guess you could say, that I've been playing. I started playing it about 6 months ago. Stopped for a while. They made a bunch of updates. The game is only on Epic Game Store, I believe, as of now. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then I'm sorry, because you're missing out on a really fun game. Yeah, I've been playing this game, and I've made some upgrades and whatnot. You can go to our smoldering cities, like that's where the queen is. And we've been building all of these buildings, upgrading them on this upgrade tree as we collect these 3 different kinds of resources. What this does and do right now, it doesn't matter. They also changed the experience system, and that's totally different than actually the last time I played. And frankly, I don't know what it does. But we're not going to worry about any of this stuff. We're gonna leave this place, and we're gonna go onto the map. Right, there's our city, smoldering away, keeping dry. And we need to kind of come out here and start putting some settlements down. We have until this thing is filled, which is maybe like 4 to 5 or 6 kind of runs, and then it all restarts over again. That's why this is the very beginning. I played a tiny bit as a test game and then just kind of quit, which is why that's there. But we don't got to worry about that. And so yeah, we got to decide where we're going to start putting our city, and like where we're going to start expanding. I shouldn't even say city. They're settlements. The game is pretty small scale on that. So we're going to put some settlements out here, one at a time, and just kind of try and expand out and push for like the resources, right? These stuff is all the way out here, and we want to kind of move in the direction to pick these things up. Is there something better out there? Like, what the heck is that? I have no idea. I've never even seen that before. I mean, here's some barren lands, which will give us some machinery. Thing is I know that I need this stuff, artifacts, but I'm also super curious about what the hell's going on up there. Even though this is probably not as good for my progression, I've been specifically aiming to pick up something. I'm so damn curious by this light. You know what? No, it must be there next time. Now we're doing it. Let's go for it. I should zoom out. In picking this location, I have selected the Scarlet Orchard biome, which has different effects compared to, say, the Coral Forest, the Royal Woodlands, the Marshlands. There's some other stuff that I have yet to see. These are also other people that are putting down their own cities. But we're just going to go and rush towards the bright light, I guess. You know what? That sounds clever. Smart people, smart things do that, right? See bright lights and just charge off after them. Seems right. So yeah, we're going to go over to the Scarlet Orchard. Okay. What does that do? A beautiful yet dangerous land that is colored in a strange shade of crimson. It's called the Herb Garden of the Kingdom, to the abundance of herbs, berries, and roots. Indeed. I'm going to play it on hard difficulty, which greatly increases the rewards you get, which is why it said 12 before, or 14. But on hard, it goes up much more. If you do it on like impossible, my goodness, it's actually not as big of a jump as I was expecting. From normal to hard, it's like 4 times as much. Diminishing returns. Very well. Yeah, and here we're going to see, right, what we're going to encounter the most. There's going to be these particular resources and less of these and this kind of food out there. Good to know. Good to know. But we don't really need to worry about it too much right now. Or at least you don't. We got reinforced axes, so wood cutting is faster and fuel burns longer. Okay, so wood's not really going to be a problem here. We don't know what these are, right? Each map, each time you kind of start the game, start a individual round, settling a settlement. These are totally randomized, also depending on your difficulty. Is this going to be all red? Yeah, depends how many are there. During the drizzle, there's a 3-season cycle that you're going to encounter. Drizzle, clearance, and storm. You're going to have two bonuses there, 2 modifiers. And then always things are just bad. People are unhappy, and it gets worse as the years progress. And then 2 other random things that also might not be there from the start, but you got to maybe prepare for later on. So there's our summary. Who are we going to start with? I mean, you start with kind of different specific things over here. I'm not even going to worry about it. Actually, I am going to worry about it because I'm going to pick up some humans. And I'm going to do that for game reasons that I at least understand. But I'm not going to explain right now because I don't want to overload y'all. Basically, there's going to be wheat here probably. And humans like to farm and brew and stuff and cook. So I like them. And then we got dryads here. The differences on these... Basically, everyone has different likes, things that make them happy, which is important, and are good at different kinds of jobs. But yeah, so that's why I'm picking them. And we also get to choose some stuff to start out with. I'm going to take probably... I'm probably going to take the clay, and I'm going to take some meat. The food is just kind of like whatever is out there. I'm just going to take it. Cool. You know, we got some food. Clay is nice because you just might not get it. There's stone here. There is stone here. There's no clay. You can kind of use stone for the same thing as clay, but I think the clay is more efficient at it. Not actually sure. Whatever. We're not going to worry again too much. I'm going to try and not dig into that. And we're basically ready to go here. Hopefully my mind is holding together. Feels okay so far, though I'm a bit parched. This is more than I've talked, I should say, in quite some time. So I'm a bit parched here. In Germany, you're in enforced quarantine when you test positive. So I've been in enforced quarantine for 5 days, not allowed outside. Over Easter, the nicest weather that Hamburg has seen in a year since winter, or summer rather, last year. Anyways, okay, I'm starting to trail off here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the game itself. All right, we're gonna go and we're gonna settle our settlement. Great, we can now see what the modifiers are, but we're not gonna worry about that too much just right yet. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Boom, there we are. We got all of our people running around, nice and happy. I also start with a random beaver for some reason, so cool. You can see there, right? They're gifted woodworkers and enjoy engineering, excel at alchemy and love to work with cloth, and are adept at farming and really enjoy brewing. So there's one more species, and they all have different things that they demand as well in order to stay happy, right? This resolve. If you can get it to here, good things happen. If it goes to 0, they will just start to leave. So we want to kind of avoid that. Now, how does the game work? We're going to collect some resources, and as the game progresses, different things are going to happen, and they're going to start to fill this up. This is the Queen's, what is it? The Queen's something or another? Reputation. We need to fill reputation up all the way in order to win. You get things as reputation goes up. If this reaches all the way to the top, the Queen's impatience, then you lose. I've never had that happen. Maybe like in my first game or two a long time ago, but hasn't really been a problem. Anyways, so how do we do that? Well, one thing, we just need to start collecting resources, right? There's some basic stuff that you're just going to always need. Woodcutter camp. You can see we got trees everywhere. So they're going to give us wood. We also got this stuff, right? What is these? These are the glades. Inside of this, there's new resource stockpiles and nodes, potential events, things to interact with. There's some dangerous ones, which we know that there's something that we have to interact with, which can cause problems for us, though eventually can also give us a bonus benefit, as well as like just generally having more stuff in the dangerous ones. And then there's like a super scary one. I don't actually see one out here. I think it's the forbidden glade. There it is. Oh yes, the forbidden one. This might have 2 difficult things to deal with, or like an incredibly difficult thing to deal with. But no matter. We're going to start off. We need wood. Wood is super important. You burn it, right? This is where everyone comes to take a break, and you burn fuel in order to keep the fire. You can also burn extra in order to make people even happier, but it's quite costly to do that. If you run out of fuel, I think you just basically lose. people will just eventually leave, and you'll lose the game. This is our warehouse. Everyone just kind of puts all their stuff in there. You can see everything that we've started with. All of this stuff we can actually collect, basically, on our own, if it's on the map. How does it look if it's on the map? Well, here, we got a reed field. So if we make a scavenger's camp, we can collect reeds with a 20% chance that we get clay and a 20% chance that we get wood. Over here, we got some roots. 20% chance that we get herbs. And this is gathered by a stonecutter's camp. So, I mean, right away we can see, okay, we probably want to build these 2. We do start with them. You start with a couple of basic buildings. Woodcutter's camp, for example. I'm just going to immediately plop one down. I'm even going to immediately plop 2 down. I really like the woodcutter's camp. I mean, just clearing glades really lets you have an idea of what you're going to be dealing with. Because now, well, no, let's finish this up. I'm also going to put down. Do I want to go for the food right away, or do I want to go for the reeds, the building materials, something that I would use to make cloth? I think. Do reeds make cloth? I can't remember. Let's find out. Scavenger camp. We're going to put you down there. And now, since nobody's assigned anything right now, we can see that, right? Not assigned, not assigned, not assigned. We got 4, and they're all homeless. We're going to need to build homes eventually. They're all going to be builders and transporters. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause the game. And my little people are going to run around and start picking up some materials and start building some things. Right, going to place that there. Put it down. I could, I mean, just go ahead and build this. Now, these all required resources. I don't know if you saw that. These require wood, for example. And the other thing is called parts. You can't really get parts unless you buy them, or you get them as a reward from doing something. So you're kind of limited. Like, you can't just spam out, 15 woodcutter camps or stonecutters camps. Eventually, you're not going to be able to put more of these down. But whatever, that's fine. We'll figure it out then. Now, I got this thing glowing down here, right? This is what these are, right? New blueprints. You start off with 3. When you hit each of these markers, you get a new blueprint. You can also get them from the map. But this is pretty much the reliable way to do it. And it's very, 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 very important. So here's, you draw cards, and these cards will determine what you can build. It requires some kind of planning. Planning is one thing, but it's also like praying that what you picked can work out, because we don't really know what's out there right now. And so we can say, tinkerers, we really like them. But will we have the materials needed to make simple tools, training gear, and pack of building materials? This is kind of like a higher level thing, and I'm going to say that's definitely not what we're going to go with. Leather workers, we can go ahead and take a look here, can turn reeds into fabric with a 2 rating. This is important, right? It's the efficiency of the materials to goods produced coming from the star, and takes less time. So higher is better, lower is worse. We can also make water skins here, and we can make pack of leather goods. This is used in further crafting, but is a very basic thing, often used for buildings. And this you pretty much will use for quests and to just sell. I don't really know about that. The furnace gives us copper bars, bricks, and pie. We can take a quick look at that. Copper bars is just copper ore and this into bars. Bricks we know we want to do, but we have a basic building that can make that. And then we can make pie if we get flour and some other stuff. I'm probably going to go for the carpenter. I like me the carpenter. Just having something that can push out those planks Makes me pretty happy. Planks are a very basic building material. And, well, you know, I should think about this. I've got harpies and humans. I can make harpies and humans houses. The thing I like about... Alright. I was thinking, the thing I like about having something that builds planks is because you're always going to have the building material for it. So you can just have somebody just churning out planks like crazy, which can be quite useful. However, I'm thinking about it, and maybe I'll try something a little bit different and say, you know what? We got a problem with bricks. We just don't have immediate access. Yeah. To stone or to clay. We do know that there's going to be copper on this map. We saw that in the beginning. And then the pie is kind of something we can ignore for now and incidentally get it later on. You know what? I'm going to pick up the furnace. This is very much not my normal behavior. Very much not. Ooh. Maybe we get a lumber mill later. Oh, there was one. So now we can kind of take a look at the next stuff. Clothier. Coats are a more advanced thing. You just turn cloth into coats. And it makes your people happy. Some people very happy. That's pretty much all it does. It just goes directly into being used. Scrolls is used as a more advanced thing. Basically, you can turn that into something to make them happy. Tool shop. Simple tools are used to kind of explore things out. When you encounter glade events, tools are kind of the way that you solve them. Rain mill. Flour. Being able to do flour is like super important. Super important. This can produce tools, coats, and pack of trade goods, huh? I think I might just go for the rain mill. And I'm gambling right now that I'm going to have access to wheat at some point. If I don't, then the rain mill kind of sucks. And finally, we got a forager's camp, a ranch, and a trapper's camp. Forager's camp lets us gather vegetables, grain, and insects. Trapper's camp lets us go and get meat, insects, and eggs. Ranch lets us turn wheat and other things and reeds into meat and fur. It's pretty good. And the harpy house just makes harpies happier. We're gonna, you know what? So these are all natural resources out there. We kind of know, if we remember from the beginning, it said that there's a good chance that grain is going to be on the map. Show me the modifiers somewhere. Just these? No, it does not show me. I know at least there's going to be a good chance of grain on the map. We're probably going to go for that, but we don't need to do anything right now. Boop. We can just let that sit down there until we get these bad boys ready. Now these guys, they have a specialization bonus of wood, so beavers are good at chopping wood. You know, kind of checks out. And yeah, and I'm going to say, hey, y'all. Dig me straight through, please. Now, I can make it tighter. And I probably will. Right? You just need one person to get through. But I also kind of want some space around my base. But we're going to just force them through like this. Space around the base and also faster collection from the closer things. But this is going to be fine, I think. Right, and now we can wait until you're done. And I'm just going to dump everybody in. It doesn't matter right now. They don't have specializations. And the rest are just going to go ahead and build this thing. While they wait, I'm going to throw a path down. I can't actually finish it there. Right, we don't have... Oh. I was going to say we don't have the materials to build this, but we actually did. I'm going to stick one in there. This has no specializations. It doesn't matter yet so much where people are going. And yeah, so we got those camps. I picked up a rain mill and a furnace. Neither are super useful for me right now. What will be super useful, however, is a crude workstation. This makes planks, bricks, and fabric. Pretty low efficiency, but it makes them, and they are the basic building blocks for all buildings. I think only those three things are needed to actually make buildings. The paths make people go 5% faster as well. So right, I got these 2 builders. I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to let this one do collecting. I might even have a second one here. Jump into it. I am, in fact, gonna make, yeah, go give me some reeds. Ah, something has occurred. Our first cornerstone. No one can weather the storm alone. The Queen offers you a cornerstone that will lay the foundation for your town's prosperity. Choose wisely, as you won't be able to change it. Gain plus production. Yields for all packs of goods from the export specialization. Yeah, so these are just like bonuses, right? Boom. We're going to get a bunch of them. They're just flat bonuses. We got reeds production right here. That's pretty tempting, right? Just +2 automatically. And then this one, Prosperous Archaeology. Gain a stack of the wealth effect for every I don't know why I read that backwards. The people are invigorated by every discovered cache. Gain a stack of the wealth effect +1 to global resolve for every 2 caches open. So in the glades there are caches. This just gives you a flat +1, which is pretty great. But I'm gonna go. Give me those leather gloves. We're gonna slam out some reeds over here. What's gonna be glorious? It's interesting because like starting off this game. Has a lot of words. There's like so much to kind of talk about and explain. And it slows down immensely now. Right? Because now we kind of just gotta let our people do their thing, and as things kind of come, we can slowly start to talk about them. But we've gone over the basics already. Y'all kind of know what the deal is. And here we've discovered some stuff. We got root deposits, 4 of them. They're only small, 17 charges. We got 3 copper veins and a small abandoned cache. The veins you got to build a mine on top of and pull out of the ground. It's pretty intensive, and you don't really use it for all that many things. Primarily, maybe to make barrels and tools, and that like might be the only thing really. Also note that, you get all kinds of random crap inside of trees as well from the copper vein trees. And we got ourselves a little small abandoned cache of goods. It's gonna be a lost shipment or something much more valuable. But what is it? It's either 30 insects and 30 crates of vegetables, so some food. You can also turn this stuff into all kinds of stuff later on. Or we can gain half a reputation, right? Just bloop, halfway there. And some amber. Amber is basically the currency. Once we have a trader up, this will become more important, but it requires a bunch of tools. We don't have any tools, so yeah, cool. Congratulations. We're just going to ignore that. One thing to be said though. The furnace. We're going to be making copper bars. I don't have anything to make tools yet, but eventually we're going to be looking for something that we can make tools with. Preferably that has an overlap with something else that fits our supply chain. But we're, again, for now, okay. We don't have to really concern ourselves. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and also say, please mine that out, or chop that down, please. Because I want this to be available to me. The timer has ticked, and it's time for some orders. So these are our quests, right? As the game progresses, they're like, hey, we want you to do certain things, and if you do that, we will reward you. Y'all know what a quest is, right? Finally, now your region's got those assignments. You can pick one, and the rest will go to the other settlements. So, for example, they're like, hey, keep Harpy's resolve above 10 for 30 seconds. If I can manage to do this, I'm going to get 2 more. I'm going to get a bunch of berries. And we get some precious parts. Very interesting. Conversely, we could say, hey, pack of provisions and a pack of crops, please. If you do that, you just get straight up 2 herbs a minute and 4 new arrivals. I'm going for this one. It's pretty hard to get resolve up early on. And I'm pretty hard. If you have to kind of focus on it, I guess we'll have to do this. This is basically just turning materials into this stuff, which I'm pretty happy to do. Having just like a flat bonus per minute, I'm very happy about. Just always having herbs mean I can always say, if there's some building later on with some valuable thing that I want, and it's like, but you gotta have herbs, and then it fits perfectly into another supply chain that you've got going on, you're very happy to have that, just like that drip feed. You want me to build a small farm and have 10 grain. I mean, I have to imagine that I'm going to get a farm. Or packs of building materials. Oh, that's really good. I mean, I would go this way. Packs of building materials might be a little bit hard to pull off. This requires one of these, basically. Or any of them. But +1 on the planks production, and the fabric is actually incredible. So I'm definitely going to pick that one up. Again, sometimes you might want to wait, but right now there's been no need to do it, you know? Like here, for example, 2 woodcutters camp and 30 wood. Okay, that's pretty simple. Do I want to take the easy one, or do I want to try and get Harpy's Resolve above 10? I'm going to just take the easy one. Get me some sweet parts. I'll just be able to do this possibly already. I need 1 more wood. Yeah, great. I only have 1 builder, which is why this is taking so long. They need to bring the stuff there. There we go. Get it up. I'm also now going to queue up, where are you at? The makeshift post, so I can just start making these packs. Did I complete that order? I need 1 more wood. Come on. Bring the wood. You're going to take the wood out. There we go. I got 2 more people. I got some reputation. So now I might want to be like, hey, I should probably go ahead and make a decision here. You know what, though? No, it doesn't really make sense, right? Why choose? I don't really have the workforce, the people to kind of go out there and do anything. Also, I should note that we're halfway through drizzle. Then we have clearance, and then some storm. Storm people get very, very unhappy. We also never actually talked about this. Bleeding trees. In drizzle, you just gain 2 resin every time woodcutters cut down a tree. So we're going to have a pretty decent supply of resin. That's good to know. Traders arrive by 300%. Okay. We should get a trading post up. And then the bad stuff. Looming darkness. Active from hostility 0. So, yep, we are at hostility 0. This is just going to go up over time because of these things that it says. And we'll give -4 to resolve. Basically, once the storm comes, you just get -4 to resolve. That's what makes it somewhat challenging. Then there's fog. Hostility 1 during the storm. Units just move 40% slower if they don't have houses. So really important to have houses come this, which actually I might not have done. I might not have done right away, rather, and just waited a little bit before going for the houses. But I think I'm just going to go for it now. Because we really, I know, hostility 1, we don't have to worry so much. Hostility 3, if we don't have complex food and housing, they get -2 to resolve, and it's multiplied every 60 seconds. That can be really terrible, but hopefully we're better equipped by that point. And then Eerie Song, active from hostility 5 during storm. Just 5% chance to die every 15 seconds for everybody if you don't have services. So it's pretty long time to get to hostility 5, at least on this difficulty, where I've almost never even gotten to that. Maybe next time we'll give it a shot on very hard. We'll have to go ahead and see. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and unpause. I haven't really decided how long I'm going to make these episodes. It's nice because they're kind of a short burst, right? We can make a bunch of episodes. That's just this round, this settlement, and then we can change things up. Let's take a look. We got some pretty good reads, and we got extra people now, don't we? So I'm for sure going to put the 2 of you in here. Apparently we have 0 wood. That's not great. We're just not enough to make this, right? This is just at a bad ratio. Turn wood into planks, you into cloth, and you into this. So we're just gonna let them do their thing, because all we want to do, basically as quickly as possible. Provisions, crops, and building materials. We don't really have the crop situation. Provisions, I think we can make. It's only 3, right? I'm afraid I'm going to need to put this thing up before I start working on that. Which maybe I'll just do now. Let's also expand our paths a little bit. And you can just move this stuff so they're closer, which I'm now going to do. I'm going to tell you to go there, please. I'm also going to tell you to just, you know, go in that direction and keep it wide, because actually I want to clear space around my stockpile, and I want to be able to build around here. So I like doing that. These two are just going to go ahead and get to work on some building materials, which is fantastic. I'm going to expand this. Might as well do that as well. Now, you want to do this for as little as possible. And in fact, I might say don't do the bricks. Just don't do the bricks at all. Because we're going to throw up a furnace. Do we want to build the furnace first? I think we do. So I'm going to pop the furnace down here. If I'm here, then I can have that path extended. But actually, what do I care about that path? That's better. And we unlock this. We got reed fields and stone deposits. So there's some stone out there, which we know we can turn into clay. So that's really nice. Into bricks. So that's fantastic. Yeah, just gonna let people keep on working. We're gonna start turning out some planks. What do you need for this one? We will need some bricks. I could avoid it. Oh, the building materials. If I can get 5 packs of building materials, which is a lot. Which is a lot. I think I am. More reeds. Still not exposing anything else. You go this way now, please. It's already being chopped. Make it quick. Let's just break in there. And then I forget what this one gives me. Herbs and a bunch of people. It's pretty good. And you, still likely that I'm going to get the foragers camp. They say there's grain out there. I want to be able to get that grain. I do. And it's not like I can really build anything else right now, so. Nice. You guys are all just hard at work. I don't want you to put anything into there right now, considering we're not doing the bricks yet. We're not doing the bricks yet. Just give me the reeds, give me the wood. And what I'm going to try and do, this is my top level strategy here. Just going to leverage that stuff into this. It's kind of a gamble. I think it's going to kind of slow me down a little bit early on. But I think it's also worth it. All right, what do we have? Stormbird nest and an herb node. So your eggs, we can get you. The herbs, we cannot. And there is a swamp wheat field and a farm, actually. Pretty interesting. The swamp wheat means I'm definitely going to want someplace that can collect the swamp grain. I don't know what the hell I just said. Swamp meat? Swamp wheat. Yeah. I am going to pick up the foragers camp because I think that's too nice. And what else we got here? An explorer's lodge. So this is like a higher level thing, right? This is something that you use to fulfill needs. You can turn training gear into bloodthirst, and you can turn scrolls into education. Different people like that more, and we'll seek it out. And if you put 3 people in it, you just gain a stack of wealth effect for each rebuilt or salvaged ruin. So if you get this, it's like You might want to just rebuild stuff that you wouldn't have otherwise, because +1 resolve is fantastic. The leather worker, pie, coal, and incense, water skins, fabric, and pack of luxury goods. Interesting to have something to make fabric with. I'm probably not going to get this because we're just nowhere near being able to use it. The coal and the incense is interesting. Pie. We are going to be able to make some pies. We're going to have flour, and we're going to be able to make some pies once we get that wheat in. We're also going to be able to make incense. So the brick oven is looking pretty good to me. Coal you can use for certain stuff. I think we're going to go with the brick oven here. Kind of feel bad leaving the this on the table, but I think we're going to do it. Probably didn't need to make that choice just yet, but that's okay. We're in clearance. And I'm going to make the time go by a little bit faster. And kind of observe how you're doing. You got 4 fabric and 4 of these. If I need to make... Yeah, okay. A lot. It does make 2. I need 3 instances of it. Was it worth it, or do I just make... where are you at? Here. Or I just make the bricks. No. Let's do this. Doesn't really matter which one that they do. And I'm about to move somebody into here. Oh, you've actually opened up that space? You have. I want you just to gather me as much wood as possible right now, so please do that. You... I think I'm gonna move in the direction of... Yeah, we're gonna start moving into the direction of a dangerous glade, and I would like to pop it... This is probably the easiest one, actually. I would like to pop it right after the storm or during the storm. Then we've got some time to deal with the problems there. So you can probably... Yes. Can you do it? You're going to make a pack of provisions? Okay. In this case, I am definitely thinking it's time to throw down Stonecutter's camp. I have no builders. Is that correct? Indeed it is. You are making the pack of crops. You still think that you've got nothing that you can make. I'm going to take one out here, and she's going to build for me. All humans are ladies, as we well know. All right. I'm kind of like, it's interesting. I've deviated from my normal strategies a little bit here, which I tend to not do, I guess, at least in the early game. Just like, I mean, really kind of focusing on this and not focusing on planks. Being like, I'm just going to go and I'm going to make a damn pack of building materials, and that's going to be what I use to snowball. More stone deposits, more reed fields. Seems like we have lots of stone and lots of reed material, which is really nice. And, yeah, I'm going to move you over here. And have you start moving in this direction. Do I want you to actually to complete it, to open it up, right during the first storm? I think so. I think I'm okay with that. You're making your packs of building materials, packs of crops. This reminds me, once you're done building this, indeed, probably now just make some houses. I like to make my houses out of the way because they don't actually need to be near anything. So let's just do that, I guess. Make me some houses, make me some paths. How's my reed situation doing? I've got 60 reeds. That seems like quite a bit. I'm going to put somebody here and have them pick me up some food. Also, I can actually use that to make packs of provisions. You're making the packs of crops. Indeed you are. I actually would much prefer you than to make the fabric. 2 out of 3 packs of provisions. Did I not make any packs of building materials? Okay, the storm is nigh upon us. And here it is. So, everyone just gets a straight up -4 hostility of the forest, right? From the looming darkness. Which is fine. Once we get... As long as it doesn't go to 0, it doesn't matter. If it goes over this blue line, then you'll actually gain just resolve. But we're going to be fine. We're going to build houses, and the houses are going to be great. And after the storm, we're also just going to get a bunch of bonuses. A bunch of new things popping up. Right? Cornerstone, some immigrants. Pardon me. Take a deep breath. Sip of water. Yeah, you know, I just love the mood of the game. Why the hell did that happen? Oops, I forgot, and there's like one of the worst ones here. Why do you have so little? Hostility of the forest. Am I not supposed to open stuff? What's your deal? The hostility of the forest went up a lot. The harpies are very upset. They're all homeless. They might leave even, which would be pretty bad to have that happen already, and would be a pretty big mistake on my part to allow that to happen. Opening up this dangerous glade. All right, I should have waited. It's just 40 more seconds, but almost certainly someone's going to leave. And we're pretty desperate for people right now, so I hope they don't. Please build something. I could give +1 if I had somebody else here, but I don't. Just make it through the storm and you're going to be fine. Turn up the speed. Come on, don't leave me. Please don't go. I love you. One thing I can definitely do. We don't need a pack of provisions anymore. Please don't go. You like me? Oh, they like me. They didn't leave. That's incredible. I'm feeling quite lucky there. And we got some new people. It can be a beaver. It can be a human. And you, I think I will take the veggies, actually, for the pack of crops. Yeah. Now you can make a pack of crops with the veggies. Wonderful. All right, I'm actually just going to let my people build as well right now, because I could definitely use these houses going up. And I could more calmly take a look at what this does. So, in 9 minutes, we're going to destroy all stored wood. Petrified wood. Just going to boom. Everything's going to become petrified. For the 4 minutes I'm working on this, tree cutting is 70% slower. That is insane and not very good. But if I do it, I can get 35 stone and a bundle of plant fiber, or just 15 amber and half of the Queen's Grace. I think I'm going to take the amber, and I'm going to just set somebody to just work on it right away. I've got a decent amount of wood, I do, so it's okay. It might not be worth having these people get the wood, but I also kind of just need it still, so. I didn't really look at what else was here. There's an encampment. I can use eggs or other foods to either get money, right, Amber, or just more people. And I'm going to do it, and I'm going to say, you know, whatever, use those eggs for more people? Yes. There is, of course, also some reeds out here. There's roots. There's another abandoned cache. We need tools for it, a lot of them. And then you get a ton of crazy stuff. Flour, coats, barrels, meat, or 35 amber. It's a lot, right? But this is the power of simple tools, right? If you start going down that path and you work the copper and you work into simple tools, then you can start getting stuff like this. Whereas if you focus on a more luxury thing, more food thing, for example, you might not be able to do that. We also got ourselves the luxury tax. Ooh, amber is worth 5% more for every 2 villagers with the need for luxury fulfilled. Unlikely to happen. All camps production is increased by 50%, but all buildings using fertile soil have their yields decreased by 50%. We have a lot of camps. Also just gain free barrels. I like this because we're just always going to make planks, and this will just give us free barrels. We have a lot of camps, it's true. But there is a farm here. We don't have a farm, but there is a farm. And I do like the farms. I'm just going to take the barrels. And we got some new orders. A pack of 12 packs of trade goods will just give us 33% production of pack of goods. Anything. It's pretty good. 10 coal and 10 building material, and this gives me reinforced axes. I mean, I'm just gonna go for this one. I don't know. This one seems really tough. We would need a lumber mill, weaver, or smithy, which we just don't have. Luxurious delivery. More planks. It's too greedy to go down this route, I think. We're not gonna do that. We do need to have at least 8 beavers and keep them quite happy. We'll get a lumber mill eventually. That's like super happy, which I'm not sure how we're going to do that. We got some homeless people, but they're going to have to stay homeless right now. People are building the things. Do I want to have you collecting this food? You're almost done with the building material, which is going to be really nice. And I'm going to say you can go back to planks. I'm going to put another food person here because we do need one more for the pack of crops. She'll finish that. She'll make me the pack of crops, and then we're going to finish all of these like that. Actually, it's interesting. I feel like we're going to need wood quite badly. Otherwise, I would just build more houses. But even more importantly, the trading post takes 10 wood. The trading post is insanely good because you don't need anybody to work in it. And I don't want to put it all the way out there. I usually do like to kind of hide it. We'll put it here. Put it here. Well, we'll just have to see what it does. But I think that's gonna be for next time. We're at almost 50 minutes. I think I'm going to put a cut in here. We went through our first storm. Okay, we kind of made a mistake when we opened this up and the forest got triggered to be more hostile. Just flat -2 always. Definitely need to be careful about that in the future. That was a mistake. This happens all the time. Anyways, I gotta say, you know, it feels pretty good to be back. It's a little bit tiring. It's more tiring than playing it alone, just laying there, but it feels pretty good. It's a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Against the Storm is a great game. It's only like 15 bucks or euros at least, and I really, really highly recommend it if you like these kinds of games. And if you're not convinced, I mean, just keep on watching and check it out, because we're gonna finish this at least, and I imagine this game might pop up on the channel from time to time as well as I progress through things. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you had, don't forget to hit that like button. You can also subscribe. I'm back. I took a long break for about a year. I just kind of came back and making content again. I'm reinvigorated. I mean, I've got fucking Corona and I'm sitting here recording. That's that spirit. Ooh, I can feel it so good deep inside. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Until next time, my name is Man the Maker. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.